This layout looks responsive until you resize it, and that's when the inputs literally break outside the frame. In this video, I will show you the real layout edge cases that break responsive designs and why they break. Same inputs, same buttons, only the structure changes. Edge case number 1. Input fields inside the wrapper don't respect its boundaries. As the viewport resizes, the input grows beyond the wrapper, and it breaks outside the frame. The inputs are set to fill container, but the wrapper itself has no authority. So the children grow, but nothing defines where the growth should stop. If the children grow, but the wrapper has no authority, the layout will always break its edges. Here is the fix. To fix this, I start with the wrapper. So we're gonna go down the levels, right? First of all, we're gonna start with the wrapper, not the inputs. I convert the wrapper into auto layout. Container is set to fill container. Now the wrapper controls the width, and the inputs stay outside it. One resize, everything stays within the frame. Let's move to edge case number 2. Layouts without minimum or maximum widths. As the page keeps shrinking, everything is forced to compress. Without width boundaries, containers don't know when to stop resizing, and this is where the most containers and layouts fail. You must decide where the growth is allowed per row or per container. In this case, the container is allowed to grow, not each individual one. So let's move to the next layout and I will show you what minimum and maximum widths we have to set in order to avoid this issue in the future. First, I will set the minimum width to prevent over compression. And then I will set the maximum width to control expansion. After all these changes is applied, we can see that resizing is now controlled because the growth rules are explicit. Let's move on to edge case number 3, real content length. Long labels and real data don't always behave like placeholders. Text overlaps neighboring fields and breaks alignment. The input component works, but the layout assumes all the content will have the same height, which we all know is not always true. If your layout assumes uniform content height, real data will always expose it, as you can see in this example right here. The real data input overlaps the neighboring fields, and this is not the same behavior when we had the placeholder fields. So now let's do the adjustments to the label and the supporting text and set them to fill container. This fix inside the component is defining how the layouts absorb uneven vertical growth. Now the fields grows vertically instead of breaking the grid. You can see that real data now fits without collision. Here's the takeaway. Responsive design is not always about flexible component. It's about containers that expect content to change. If your layout only works with short labels, it isn't responsive, it's optimistic. Real data is the real test. In the next video, I will go deeper into container logic so your layout survive real production use.